been a long time since I've made a review, much less made an intro for one. The last one left something to be desired. It seemed empty. And this time around, I'm not gonna turn into that creature. I still ain't got the right props. I mean, this is a fedora, this ain't even a cowboy hat. And this gun, this ain't from the Wild West. Oh well. Time for the cheesy green screen effects. Well, I ain't got no friends, so time to make me some. Six bullets, six ass.
What about
What the hell?
Tell me who you're loyal to. Is it money, is it fame, is it weed, is it drink, is it coming down with the loud pipes in the rain?
Tell me who you're loyal to. Do it start with your woman or your man. Do it eat with your family and friends. Or you're loyal.
Well, hey now, that wasn't too bad at all.
Bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum. What's up, Spasmatics? My name is Flip, and this is my review on Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, in my previous reviews, I used to give a rating of the game, and then I used to give my top 5 reasons why I gave it that rating. This time around, I'm gonna do it a little bit differently, because before it seemed like all the points I was making was subjective to whether or not I thought the game was good or not. This time, I'm just gonna bring up points whether it's good or bad, and just say how I feel about it. Then I'll let you know whether the game sucks, whether it's awesome, or whether it's just something to borrow or check out.
Boys, because I thought you liked action. Couple of days on the lam, and you lot have all turned yellow.
On to the game itself. Red Dead Redemption 2 was released on October 26, 2018. Yes, I know this is a late-ass review. This was a very anticipated prequel developed by Rockstar Games, and I mean very anticipated, especially by people such as yours truly. It took a juicy 8 years to make this slice of goodness after the first Red Dead Redemption, which in itself was a delicious treat, and this fine little number had a lot of extra toppings. I think I'm just hungry. Anyway, the first point I want to bring up about RDR2 is an obvious one: the graphics. Now, for me, a good game isn't necessarily synonymous with nice graphics, but for a game like this, it really helps in the immersion. Getting lost in the world of Red Dead never looked so beautiful. Whether you're in the blistering cold of the Grizzlies or in the murky swamps of Lemoyne, you really felt like you were there. Now, obviously, the textures are great and are a huge part of the visuals, but there's one thing that really stood out to me in this game, and that's the lighting. It dramatically changed the setting, the mood, and the feeling of every situation you're in. I don't know what Rockstar did to achieve this dynamic effect, but you'll notice light bleeding through materials like cloth, people's ears and nose, and seemingly every leaf. It's this true-to-life detail that really made everything in front of your eyes have a certain depth, and feel like it was truly there. Let's talk about the story a bit. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you played the first Red Dead Redemption, then you'll know what direction this story is going, because RDR2 is a prequel. We know this is a story about an outlaw gang trying to survive in a world that is ever-changing and slipping away from the ways of the Old West. You get to play the role of Arthur Morgan in Dutch van der Linde's gang, alongside with John Marston, who is the protagonist of the first RDR. But if you remember, the events leading to the first game were left quite vague. And that's where this game comes in, to fill in the gaps of your curiosity. In the first Red Dead Redemption, you play as John Marston, who is tasked with the objective of hunting down some of the old members of the gang. Now in RDR2, you actually get to interact and get to know these characters as Arthur Morgan. And I gotta tell you, it made me look back on the first game and almost regret doing some of the things I had to do.
I wish I could tell you that John fought the good fight, and the Pinkertons let him be. I wish I could tell you that, but Red Dead Redemption is no fairy tale world.
Anyway, I found the story in RDR2 quite engaging, and I was very curious on how it would connect to the first game. At the start of Red Dead Redemption 2, the characters are in a state of survival, but even then there was still optimism shining through the cracks. Now as you progress through this game, these outlaws undergo a series of rough events, as well as moments of hope. I don't really want to spoil anything with the story, but I'd say it's pretty fleshed out. And it's a roller coaster of emotion. Most of the characters, even the one with minimal interaction, show so much depth and earn their place in the world of Red Dead. Look, I didn't live in the late 1800s, but I'd imagine they captured the setting pretty accurately, albeit with a modern twist. The dialogue seems quite authentic. Other than the main characters and those you meet in the elaborate side quests, you do have the ability to chat with random NPCs. The dialogue system seems pretty basic, but it can actually be quite intricate at times. It's situational, and speaking of emotion, the voice acting in this game is good. But with its simplicity, it still managed to feel like full organic dialogue that you have complete control of. You can be pleasant to an NPC and then throw them off all of a sudden by being a douche. And if you continue to be douchey, they could walk off angrily or start a fight with you. It's pretty fun. Now, is this a game you'd like to purchase? That just depends on what kind of game you're looking for. Sure, it has stunning graphics, a variety of environments, badass gunplay with terrific effects, and dead-eye bullet time slowdown. But what you need to realize is that Red Dead Redemption 2 is borderline a simulation game. It's no doubt a very detailed game, but some people may not want to spend an extended amount of time skinning an animal, bonding with their horse, taking baths, cocking your gun every time prior to firing each bullet. You even have to maintain a balanced diet, because if Arthur is too overweight or too underweight, it actually affects your health, stamina, and dead-eye status in the game. Some may find this aspect of the game very tedious. But for me, I love it. I love the detail. I enjoyed how everything took a little bit more time and effort than other games. But I jumped into this game with that expectation, and I wanted to feel like I was actually there in the Wild West, and going on an adventure, going through all the drama. And ultimately, with that immersion, it made the events of the game all worth it. Of course, I recommend getting this game. It's totally tubular. A lot of people who didn't like the game probably didn't like the tediousness, or maybe they hyped it up too much before playing it and it didn't live up to their expectations. I knew I was going to enjoy this game, and I did very much. I'm probably going to go back and play this from time to time, just to mess around in the world. I did that with the first Red Dead Redemption for years. So that's my review on the game. I do recommend it. Thanks for watching. Stay spazzy, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Hey, I hope you enjoyed watching that review. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Do all of them. It took me a while to get this video out, but I've been busy with work and, well, that's it. I'm gonna try to get back into the flow of this whole YouTube thing. We'll see, I don't know. But thanks again for watching this video.